Welcome back to this special edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. I want to come back to where we left off during the last segment, which was we've evaluated our equipment. How do we make the final decision, Jordan, of whether we tune up or trade in?
Thanks, Kevin. For a lot of producers that are like myself and Kurt and George here, we have a tendency to be our own shade tree mechanics and do a lot of the work ourselves. And sometimes, whether it's cost or pride, we don't like to admit that maybe it's time to look for something new. When you bring your equipment in for fall servicing, before you're going to put it away, take good stock of really what it means, because your time is valuable to you as a producer as well. It's important to take a look at the conditioning rolls or the tines in the conditioner. The condition of the disc cutter bar, for example, is important, more than just blades and discs. So take a good hard look at those items. Think about the cost and the time to make those repairs during the off-season, and certainly visit your local New Holland dealer, see what that's worth on trade, and maybe you can step into a new machine, a baler, a disc bind, and have a little warranty, which is a good peace of mind for producers today.
You bet. Kind of manage your fixed costs and don't have any surprises next spring. So I want to talk about, George, let's say we have a machine that's 5 years old or older, a disc mower or round baler or what have you. What would your advice be?
Sure, fair question. And I think it varies from producer to producer. The number of cuttings they're running through that machine on an annual basis. Are they baling some more abrasive crops like corn stalks that will wear components quicker than grass, hay, or alfalfa will? And then kind of look at the bale count, the estimated number of acres that machine has covered, and what can you afford for downtime? Is your list getting longer as far as maintenance items that need to be addressed at the end of the year on the baler, on the disc mower conditioner, on the rake, on the tedder? Keep in contact with your dealer. A dealer is a great source in terms of monitoring the used value of equipment. So keep in touch with them and see, if I run this machine for another year, say for the 6th year or the 7th year, what's that do to my resale value? And that can be a good indicator in terms of, is it time to trade after 5 years? Or maybe it's sooner than 5 years.
Very good. And, I mentioned the word 5 years because I've been watching what you all have done. And Kurt, there's been a lot of advancements in the last 2 to 5 years in terms of what you all have done in haymaking. Tell us a little bit about some of those.
For sure. And, we've looked at the mechanical part of it. Is it time to trade? But, maybe last year we updated and we bought our first CVT transmission in a tractor. And now we have an ISO Bus 3 tractor. So maybe this year it's the baler's turn, because this year maybe we're picking up more acres. I'm going to have to hire a couple more people. Maybe I've got less experience on the average, and I need something that's more automated. So now with that new ISO Bus 3 tractor, if I made it up with an ISO Bus 3 equipped round baler, we can then use the two together basically to make bales in a more automated fashion where I don't need as much experience in the seat of the tractor.
Very good. George, I want to ask you a question. Ford and New Holland has a long history and heritage with livestock producers. And I guess I would ask you, what makes you all so uniquely qualified to serve the needs of today's cattlemen?
Sure. I think it goes back to our heritage and history as a company. A couple of years ago, we celebrated 120 years as a company. We've always been very focused and dedicated to the grassland farmer, to hay production. Very strong heritage. There's some new entrants coming into the marketplace today with a hay tool line. We've been in this space for quite some time. We've got the knowledge, we've got the understanding of the business. We're always in contact with our producers to understand what's important to them, what do they value in their operation. I think another piece of it too is, it doesn't matter the size of the cattle producer, if it's a part-time guy, a mid-sized guy, or a large-sized guy, we have a number of solutions available, from the mowing part of it, to the tedding, to the raking, to the baling, and even bale handling with a self-propelled bale wagon. So we really have a full range of solutions that are dedicated to helping cattle producers really put up high-quality hay.
Yeah, I sure have an appreciation for the fact it's not just the equipment, it's the kind of knowledge you've shared today and the kind of technology you're talking about for tomorrow that really makes a complete solution for cattlemen and women like myself. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association is so pleased to have New Holland as a partner, and there are valuable incentives on New Holland equipment for NCBA members. Find out more at our website, that's beefusa.org.